Hey everybody, it's Chrissy here from the Creative Eclectic. I'm your independent Stampin' Up! demonstrator from Brisbane, Queensland. And I'm just popping in to share with you, as part of our mini catalogue launch party, one of my favourite treat bags that I make to decorate my Christmas table. This is something I've been making for years and years, and it's just fabulous. And I've just got myself all caught up here. Somehow my microphone is caught up around my iPad. All right. So I don't know if anyone's going to be watching, because I know it is close to dinner time. So you might all be going out for dinner. That'd be nice. So I wanted to talk to you, show you the this paper and show you how to make a really quick treat bag. And when I say quick, I do mean quick. It is something that you can make a lot of. So if you've got lots of pattern paper, this is perfect. Now, it's not limited to Christmas. You can use it at all times of the year. We're going to, jazz it up a little bit with some heat embossing and the label that I put on it. But we are going to just make a couple of different sizes. So I've got a piece of the Seasons of Elegance paper. I've actually cut it into just half a sheet, I believe. Just double check. I'm going to cut it down to, so I've got a 6 by 6 inch piece. Now if you're watching, just make sure you tell me where you're watching from and say hello. And I'm going to make this in a couple of different sizes, okay? So first up, we're going to use our scoring attachment on our paper trimmer. Now you don't have to score it, because the paper is quite thin. So let's just score it here. We're just going to score it diagonally. So it's just like this. And then we're going to fold it in half diagonally. Now that's the only thing you need your paper trimmer for. Alright, I might just make sure I've shared this with my groups. That would be useful. Okay. Yeah, sorry about that. I just forgot that I needed to share that. Okay. All right. So we've got our 6 by 6 piece. We've folded it in half. Okay. Now, you can do this. I'm actually going to do 2 at the same time. And this one I'm not going to score. I'm just going to fold it diagonally long ways. I do think it is easier if you do score it. But I want to show you that you don't have to. Okay. All right, so we've got it. So we've got the gold side inwards and the gold side outwards. Okay. So, oh, hi Lynette. Oh, you're getting a little bit of a fix from me today. So now what you're going to do is you're going to fold. This is like my absolute favourite fold. You're going to fold this corner over. Right, now this is what they call a diaper fold in the US. I don't know that we would call it that. Then we're going to fold this one over the same way. Now this is one of my go-to for treat bags for Christmas. And then we're just going to fold this piece down. Now, you don't even have to put any adhesive on this. So this is with a 6x6 piece of paper. Now, it looks a little wonky, so we'll just, mustn't have folded that right. Now, this paper is a little bit thicker than normal, so just keep that in mind when you're using it. Okay, I'm going to do it with the other one as well. So just fold that across. Use your bone folder to push out that. I thought you'd be watching the football, Lynette. Although, like, it might not have started yet down there. I don't know. Then we're going to fold this one like this. So the same principle. Okay. Now, this one looks a bit wonky, but it's all good. So if it looks wonky, all you do is just make sure that you've folded it in the right place. And you may need to fold over those little edges. That looks a bit more square. Okay, you just fold that piece down. So you've got two pockets there. Oh, your hubby has it on? Yeah. My hubby's watching, I don't know what he's watching. It's some sort of sport. My eyes have glazed over because he watches so much sport. But yeah, he'll be hopefully watching the Lions versus Carlton, which leaves me very conflicted. We're going to do some die cutting now. Now I want to die cut just a little something for the front, just a shape for the front. So I'm just going to use this little one, but I'm going to cut another one as well for my next project. And I've got a piece of real red cardstock, and this is just a scrap. I just want to cut that so that it's the right width for on my mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And I believe these boho blue ones are now sold out. So what I'm going to do, because I don't normally die cut on this screen, and I seem to be really zoomed in here. So I'm really sorry if I am zoomed in too much. I tried to fix it, but I just don't know what I'm doing. Technology's not being kind to me today. All right. I'm just going to die cut these two. Now, it is better to die cut on a diagonal. And the reason it is better to do that is it gives them more even pressure as the rollers go over it. So what team is he going for, Lynette? So I'll put my die cutting machine to one side. Who else have we got watching? Can't see who else is on board, but that's okay. All right, we've got our two die cuts for our labels at the front. As I said, this is one of the quickest cards that you will ever make. If you wanted to add ribbon, you can as well. It's not actually a card, it's a treat bag. And I'm going to show you in a different size as well. So I have got my Peaceful Season stamp set. So this is part of the same suite. And I want to just put some words on this little one here because I think that's the right size for on here. And I want to put them in gold, and I want to say, hoping this season is bright and beautiful. So I use these little treat bags on my table, on my Christmas table when I set the table for Christmas Day. And I put a scratchy ticket in it, instant scratch ticket, and some chocolate or an after dinner mint or something. And everybody loves it, and everybody loves getting an instant scratch ticket on Christmas Day. All right, so we're going to just use our little embossing buddy and put some powder over that. And I'm going to grab my very dirty Versamark ink and just stamp in the middle of that. And I have got some new barracks for Essendon. I've got the new Wow embossing powder. I haven't used it before, so my embossing powder was very old. So what I'm just going to do is pop a little bit of the powder over top of my Versamark. Now, so I don't know what this embossing powder looks like because I haven't used it before. So let's just see. So hopefully that's going to turn out okay. So if you bear with me, I'm hoping that my microphone will get rid of the noise of the heat tool. I'm hoping that does that, but we'll see. Look at how quickly that embossed. That was so quick. So it's good when you use new embossing powder. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to emboss on this one as well. And I'm going to say something nice, like this one here. And you can use it, like you can use a nice big one on here. Now I probably should have used Cherry Cobbler cardstock, but the real red was up here. So I'm just going to use my embossing buddy to get rid of any of the static. And now when you're embossing, rub your hands over your embossing buddy. So what that does is it stops any oil from your skin getting on the cardstock as well. Again, we'll grab our Versamark. And just pop this on here. Now, you can adjust these treat bags to any size that you like. I am going to make a bigger one with a 12 by 12 piece, just so you can see what that looks like. Now I've got some excess embossing powder in my lid. I'm just going to pour that over first, because you don't need terribly much. Just sort of swish it around. And we'll do it again. And I think I've covered all the Versamark there. Move that out the way, and we're just going to turn the heat tool on. Oh, happy birthday, John. Thanks for watching. Who else have I got watching? 35. Gee, I remember being 35. That was so long ago. Ooh. Not quite 20 years ago, but still a long time ago. Alright, so we've got our other label embossed. So all there is to do now is just pop it on. And so this is, as I said, what I like to do is I do like to put a bit of what do you call this stuff? Seal Plus on the back. Now, just wriggle that forward. Now, if you're concerned about it, the edges popping off, just pop some Seal Plus on it. Okay. And so this is like just a little treat bag that you can add things in. All right. Oh, I've lost my... So who else is watching? Can't see. No one else. Just us today, Lynn. I know who my friends are. Anyway. So that's our first treat bag. Now you could use a different type of label for that. And so like if you wanted to put, say for example, you wanted to put some embossing powder in there to give it as a gift at a class, you could do that. But it's better with some flat things. Let me show you what happens if you do a 12 by 12 sheet. And we will do, actually, we'll do a, I couldn't decide which colour to do, so I'm going to do it in the cream. Oh, sorry, very vanilla. And then it doesn't matter what colour label you put on. Okay. So again, for this one, I probably would prefer to use my scorer, but it is a bit long to score. All right, so because you're scoring from corner to corner or folding from corner to corner. Now you can choose if you want the gold on the inside or on the outside. I like it either way. Oh, hi Sharon. Thanks for joining me again. We're just making a really quick little treat bag with which is my favourite of all treat bags that I make, and it's a 5-minute bag. We've already made 2, and we're just making a bigger sized one. So make sure that you line up these corners here. And then, and I'm sorry I'm zoomed so far in, I don't know what's going on. Okay, so So you want to make sure, now because this is a thicker paper, it is harder to fold than some of the other papers. I hope you're feeling better this afternoon, Sharon. So now what we're going to do is we're going to just fold this up in the corner and pop that like that. So nice and crisp. We'll go to the other side. We want to line up the corners. Now, I didn't fold that terribly straight because it's going to, so we'll just, so I'm going to line this one up here so that the corners are lined up. It's nice and square. And we're just going to like this. So this is what they call a diaper fold. When it's a bigger size like this, I do like to put a little bit of adhesive on there. And then we're just going, now you can, like we did on these ones, just fold it down flat. You can actually sort of almost curl it. And it does look nice when it's sort of curled. So, how you would do that is you just get a dimensional. I can find one of those. Did everyone have a lovely day? I had to go and I actually got out of the house today, even though I'm not supposed to. And I had to go and get some medication, and oh my goodness, I was exhausted by the time I got back. All right, so we've got our little, so we've sort of just put a dimensional under there, and you've left it, we haven't creased it. Now you can jazz these up with a lot of ribbon or whatever. And I'm putting this down further on my project, so that if I wanted to later on, I can pop some ribbon through these slits. Oh, you ended up going back to bed. Oh, I would have liked to. Because my sleep patterns are all over the place at the moment. It's shocking. Steve went back to bed. He had a lovely snooze. And I'm thinking he had a snooze watching the football too, or the Paralympics, or whatever sport he's watching right at this second. Yeah. So there we go. So this is the treat bag made with a 12 by 12 piece. This one's made with a 6 by 6 piece. I think that probably we need to make one with an 8 by 8 just to see, to show you the difference. And so you've got one in each colour. Let's quickly do that. Now I don't know whether I like it with the gold on the inside or the gold on the outside. I haven't worked that bit out yet. But let's grab an 8 by 8 piece. Now I just love this paper. And I do love, or should we do a pretty peacock one? I don't know. Which would you want to do? Do you want to do pretty peacock or gold or green? I don't know. Tell me in the comments. I just think it's gorgeous. I didn't realise it had pretty peacock in there. That's exciting. What do you think? Green, all right. Are you happy with that? That's perfect. All right, so we're going to cut this down to 8 by 8. So I figure I can make all different size ones of these, and these are going to be great for some of our prizes at retreat as well. Now you can do it with a 5 by 5 or a 4 by 4. Just depends on what you want to put in them. Or a 10 by 10, as long as it is square. But I think, let me just double check that I cut that right. Doesn't look square to me, so that's 8. And then that one's 8. It is square. Now, when it's, I think up to about 10 inches, you can use your paper trimmer to score it. So we're going to score on the diagonal from corner to corner. And so we're just lining that point up with the... Now when you're scoring these ones, you can see, just push it up into... Oh, hang on. Don't know if you can see that. Just push it up into that groove there. Sounds like a Madonna song, doesn't it? Okay. Now I'm not going to start breaking out my Madonna songs or my Madonna singing. You don't want to hear me sing right now. All right. So I think up to about 9 to 10 inches you'd be able to use your scoring on your trimmer. Now, do we want the gold out or on the inside? Let's choose your own adventure here. Sharon, what do you reckon? Gold on the inside, which will look like that, or on the outside, which will look like this? I'm not sure. On the outside, all right. Okay, so we've scored it horizontally like that. As I said, this is called a diaper fold. Now you can adjust it. Like if you wanted to make it wider, you just adjust where you're going to fold. But this is just the easiest, I find, is to make sure that you just fold the corner across like that. And then you fold that corner. Now you can just fold that little bit over. You're not going to see that. And you want to make sure that that point and this crossover line up. Okay. We'll grab a little bit of our Seal Plus, pop that on there. So one little bit of adhesive, and you don't actually even need adhesive to, I don't know, you would chose outside too. Oh. And I guess that makes sense because that's sort of covered when you put things in. So we're going to give this one a red, I'm going to give it a red star on this one. So we're just going to grab my punch that I used this morning. And I am going to heat emboss again because you don't have to have green. Just grab our embossing essentials kit and go over my star that I've just punched out. Now let's see what words go on there. We're using the Peaceful Season, which is from the same suite. And I think that we can just have friends and family are the true gift of Christmas. I think that will fit in there. See, I think that fits in nicely. I am going to just go over that again with my embossing buddy. I imagine sitting at the dining table on Christmas Day and having friends and family are the true gift of Christmas on your little sentiment. I think that's really pretty. Now we'll just pop that on there. Now you'll notice I'm using a foam mat underneath. This is actually from my block caddy, but anyway. We've got our gold wow embossing powder. Now it comes in a set of 3, and it's from the annual catalogue, so it's got a silver and a copper. And I'm being a bit frugal with it. I'm trying not to get it. I noticed it's a much brighter gold than the previous gold that we had. Now I'll just sprinkle that on there. I'll pop it in here. Try not to get your fingers on the stamped bits. So we're going to just flick it and get any excess off. Now make sure when you heat embossing, you move your embossing powder away from your little area where you're embossing. And I love how quick, like when the embossing powder is new, it's super quick to melt. So let's just see how this goes. That's good. Now you'll see it's still got a lot of excess powder on there. Well, I don't think I've just quite heated the bottom up there. Just give me 1 second. I'll heat that again. So it's got a lot of excess powder on the bottom. So all you do to get rid of that is, if you could find it, you would just grab a baby wipe and wipe over the top of it. And I had baby wipes here this morning. But I don't know where that, oh, here's one. Just wipe off the excess. Now this baby wipe's a little bit dry. I don't know where the other whole box of them went. Oh, they're in the shelf. I really need my own filming studio, but anyway, that's all right. So we're just going to pop our little star, our dimensional behind the back, dimensional on the back of the bit that folds down. Pop that there. I'll actually move it down just a little bit further. Now, the thinner the paper, the easier it is to fold and to curl. Okay. Now, tomorrow morning I'll be doing a little lucky draw for those people who have been watching me in my lives. So every live that you watch over this weekend, you get an entry, and you're going to, the winner will receive some pretty bling. I think they're going to get this one. This is from the mini catalogue. It's a jewellery thing. So we'll do a lucky draw tomorrow night. So keep watching over the weekend. And if you come and watch it on replay, that's okay too. I'll have a just make sure that you say that you watched it on replay. Now we want to put a bit of bling on these, just because we can. Now, this one would look really nice with some ribbon around it as well. So, a nice, easy treat bag that you can use. And look, Halloween's coming up too. I've made these with Halloween paper, and I've made them with wrapping paper. But I think that if you're doing a red and green Christmas, these would be perfect on your Christmas table. So let's go through them again. So we've got this one here. The littlest one is made with the 6x6 paper. This one is made with 8x8. And this one is made with 12x12. So what do you think? Do you think that there's something that you might make? Right, well, so that's it from me. As I said, these are really quick. It was a quick live, and we managed to get 3 pockets in, and I did rave on a little bit, and that's okay. But I hope you enjoyed it, and I will catch up with you tomorrow with some more things from the mini catalogue, and it'll be tomorrow morning, I think, at about 10 o'clock. All right, until then, happy creating and have a great evening. Stay safe and well, and bye for now.